Kia ora, Canterbury, and welcome to Canterbury Live on Friday the 28th of November. And yes, that rain has subsided just a little, so if you're heading down to the rehearsal for Christmas in the Park, which apparently a lot of families do, then hopefully the rain behaves itself and stays away for you. Well, sadly, of course, the news has hit worldwide and there's a lot of shocked people that Philip Hughes has passed away at 25 years of age. As you all know, unfortunately, they had that tragic accident during the game where he was hit at the back of the neck, and unfortunately, he didn't regain consciousness and passed away yesterday. I mean, our heart just has to go out to the family. It certainly shouldn't happen in the circle of life that parents will be burying their son in a few days' time. So our thoughts are with them. Now, also, if we listen to it, apart from being a beautiful, beautiful song, today, 40 years ago, Madison Square Garden, yes, there they are, John Lennon. This was his last performance before he was tragically killed, murdered, in fact, and with Elton John in the most tragic of outfits, really, that I've ever seen Elton John in. But anyway, but a lovely, lovely song nonetheless. Anyway, Christchurch Casino, if you have a look at this, we had over 600 entries in to win the voucher for the Christchurch Casino, a $100 voucher. I think we've got it there, haven't we, Jarvie? So we will draw the winner now. Let's go in, live draw. Jeepers creepers, sorry, one fell out, but here we go. So the winner of the $100 voucher is Sandra Cosgrove. Congratulations, Sandra. We will have Marianne give you a call and get that voucher out to you. So very cool. Thank you, Christchurch Casino, for that. Already starting the Christmas giving. As well as giving, yes, next weekend we have the South Island Wine and Food Festival happening in Hagley Park. Lovely way to spend a day, isn't it? And we have some double passes to give away. So call through to us on 03 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page. Make sure you like us. Leave your details and you could be a lucky recipient. Well, coming up on today's show, Sarah is here from Hands Craft and we're making well, actually fair to say it won't be me making it, it'll be Sarah, making a pahutakawa decoration for your tree. Pretty cool. And Mark from Stable Pharmacy is here to educate us about how we can combat stress this Christmas, which, yes, it does bring a lot of stress with us, the whole Christmas time. And Mike D is here, head of CTV News, to give us a wrap-up of what's happened over the week. But first up, yes, we did talk about it. Christmas in the Park is hitting tomorrow night. You've got to be there. A wonderful event, and I'm very fortunate to be joined by the show producer, Jade Terrell. Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Thank you.
You must be happy about the rain stopping, surely.
Yes, we've been a bit flooded out today, so hopefully...
Oh, really?
Yes, we've had to move everything back a bit. We've been a bit under the weather, so...
Literally?
Yeah.
Jeepers. Hey, tell us, 21 years this year.
Yep.
That's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's one of the longest running events in New Zealand, so we're really, really privileged to have Coca-Cola on board as our ambassadors and our event partners. So we're very, very lucky to be able to bring this show to Christchurch and to Auckland in 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
And it's still free, which is amazing.
It's amazing. Free, so bring your families along, bring everyone along, have a picnic and enjoy, hopefully, the good weather tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be though, so hopefully we get all that nasty weather today and it can be all fine for tomorrow. Yeah. So come on, tell us, who is going to be performing tomorrow night?
So tomorrow night we've got Lady Six, Christchurch local, coming down. We have who's performing tonight in Auckland, so coming back tomorrow night to perform in her hometown. We've got Rhea Hall, who's a regular for Rugby World Cup. She opened for the Rugby World Cup. Right. Barry Southgate's come from overseas and he is world famous from X Factor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Very cool.
He is very cool, very suave. Lavina Williams, who's just starred at Sky City in Hairspray. And we've got a lot of other things in store for you.
Yeah, and apart from that, you do have the children performing as well. There's a lot of local artists that get involved as well, isn't there?
Yep, a lot of the dance groups. All our dance groups are from Christchurch. And we've got Anna Whitaker, we've got Liam Kennedy-Clark coming up from Ashburton. So it's all very, very exciting.
That's neat. The whole logistics must be such a mission though, Jade, especially for you. Just quietly, yeah. So how do you get it all together? Because how big is the production, the team that put it together?
So we've got over 400 performers between the two shows that I look after, and we have a touring team, so our new artistic directors, we've got a musical director and a head choreographer, and we all work together, and we're supported by a technical team of about 5 key people, and then we have 200 people across the 2 cities that join us for the event as crew as well.
That is phenomenal. And how long does the whole thing take? I mean, yes, it's literally 2 nights if we think about it really, between Christchurch and Auckland. How long does it take to actually put it all together?
Well, we started planning back in May and conversations had already started pre that, so it's nearly a year-long event, so we'll start again in January.
That's phenomenal,
getting everything
isn't it?
underway again, so...
And you talked about sponsors and that, but that's a core part of it that
definitely
still makes it free, doesn't it? Which is really important.
We're very lucky to have some long-standing partnerships with Coca-Cola, More FM, both in Auckland and Canterbury, TV3, who do our broadcast for Auckland, the Lion Foundation, and Main Freight have been amazing sponsors of the event for a very long time, and we're very grateful for that, to be able to give this free event to Christchurch and Auckland.
Well, you are giving back as well, because fantastically enough, Youthline is your charity this year. Tell us how they are incorporated into the night.
Yep, so they've got their charity address at 7:15, and in Christchurch we've got Lana Searle and Jason Gunn being our charity ambassadors from More FM, and Identity Dance Crew are performing on behalf of Youthline with a new one of their dancers.
That is so neat. Yep. So the buckets go around, is that right?
Yep, that's correct. So drop some coins in there for them, or buy some glow sticks or a Santa hat, just to really support the amazing work that Youthline do with our youth.
Yeah, that goes without saying, doesn't it? And there's even fireworks.
Exactly.
Music and all that there, and a picnic, and you get fireworks as well.
Yeah, exactly. End of the night is always off with a bang, so it's great to have fireworks. Literally, yeah.
So let's hope that the rain stays away. Now, who's directing the show? You've got some pretty powerful duo there, really, haven't you?
We do. We've got the husband and wife team of Cherie Matheson and Godfrey de Grue coming down for the first time, and they've taken the show, and as what someone said to us the other day, they've brought the 21st birthday into the 21st century. So it's a very slick, amazing looking show. We're so excited to have a massive 20-metre wide screen along the back of the stage.
That is cool.
It's, going to be something to look out for.
Well, enjoy the break we'll have after all this, Jade. Thanks for making the time come in. Appreciate it, really busy for you. Let's recap on some facts, though. Tomorrow night, Saturday, November 29th, 7:30 it starts. You need to get there earlier. Please do not arrive at 7:30. Car parking is available at the Hagley Park North entrance. It's only $4. Quite simple, and it's a free evening. Thanks, Jade. All the very best for tomorrow night and for Auckland as well. Stay with us after the break. We get a little bit crafty. Well, probably not me. And Sarah's here from Handscraft.
I love those J-I-N-G-L-E bells. Oh, those holiday J-I-N-G-L-E bells.
Make a date every Thursday night. The Owl and the Pussycats have returned. I'm the Owl and the women will be the panel. Make sure you get your letters and correspondence in and we'll answer your queries every Thursday, 8:30 here on CTV.
Just 7 minutes north of Christchurch, Silverstream is a unique residential community carefully planned and developed within a rich natural environment. A family home or terraced villas, Silverstream offers a wide range of living options for every stage of life. The show homes are open. You can select your section, design your home and choose your builder. Purchase a house and land package or the terraced villa for streamside living. Silverstream, a community for everyone. It's closer than you think.
Best friend on holiday to Snuggle In Boarding Cattery. We pride ourselves on having a safe, clean and fun environment for your feline companion. With luxury heated rooms, private courtyard, comprehensive menu and room service provided by trained staff and vet nurses, Snuggle In is simply the best for your pet.
Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Wanting to add some vibrance to your home? Or just looking to brighten up your workplace? No matter the occasion, the Hitching Post has something for everyone. Lose yourself in their extensive range of homeware, art, glass and plasma cut metalwork. The Hitching Post is your one-stop shop for great style and quality. So come on down to the Hitching Post, 722 Marshland Road.
Action Removals, offering short or long-term storage facilities, full packing services, comprehensive rates, all fully insured and with 6 vehicle sizes to choose from. Earthquake repairs? Action Removals pack, move, store and return your valuable possessions stress-free. Action Removals, a family business that has been operating in Christchurch for over 10 years. Action Removals, your one-stop removal service on time, every time. 0800 222 526.
Take a Break showcases some of the best that the South Island has to offer. From fun-filled adventures, great places to eat and stay, and of course beautiful scenic landscapes. Take a break, don't miss it.
Just waiting for Santa to come in with all those bells.
I know.
Yeah, it's good to see you, old friend. How you
Hello,
doing?
it's so nice to be back again.
Yeah, it's great. And you're bringing that, when you walk in, you instantly just smile, because look at this Christmas cheer that you've brought along to us.
Colour.
And we love colour, don't
Yep,
we?
yep.
Great. So today we're making up a hutakawa Christmas decoration.
Just
yeah?
out of felt. It's the sort of thing that children can make, adults can make. It's really simple. You could even make it.
Yeah, you're very
But
kind.
we know how enthusiastic.
I'd love to watch you make it, to be fair. I might just hold it up, sweet, just so we can get that there. So
Yep.
let's start with it.
So what you need is just a strip of felt. Most felt these days comes in rolls like this, and you'll get several, you'll get about 10 flowers out of one of those. So you're just cutting it into a straight strip like this, and then all you're doing is you're basically just sitting and fringing it.
What's it called? Fringing. Yes. We're fringing,
We're
Sarah.
fringing.
Right.
And scissors that actually have a nice sharp point are good.
Okay.
The ones
you
I
must
picked up
invest
today.
You've got to invest in some
Really
good
good
scissors.
scissors.
Ah, okay.
And what you want to do is cut them about 1/2 centimetre apart.
Right.
And you'll end up with, if it's children, you might end up with slightly wider bits. It doesn't matter. Nature's unique.
Exactly.
So flowers are unique.
And it's cool that they're making it.
Yeah. So you just want to cut your little strip along like that.
Oh, wow.
And you'll end up with a little fringed bit.
Oh,
Like that.
just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, yeah.
You want to cut into about 1/2 centimetre along this edge. This is the edge that we're actually going to roll up.
Okay.
Now, pohutakawas, quite often, they actually have quite a bit of shading in them. It's what we've found with artificial ones. They're quite often expensive because they're actually hand-dyed.
Right, okay.
In this case, we're just going to put some little touches of gold on the end.
Neat.
So we have a little gold glitter paint. Now, it's a fabric paint, but we have a lot of people that use it on shoes and bags and cards and all sorts of things. And you're basically just squeezing it.
And blinging it.
And blinging
the pohutakawa. That is so cool.
And when it comes out, it looks like mucky.
So it looks like
Mucky
it's glue when
glue.
it's going on, and then when
Yeah.
it dries,
When it
has a gorgeous
dries,
gold.
it has that wonderful glitter effect.
That
Once
is so
you've discovered this product, there's no going back.
You just hold it this way. Oh, I might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
on you. Oh, you can see the wee
Wee little
dingy
blingy
ding,
bits.
ding, ding, blingy bits. Oh,
Yep.
that's neat. Great.
Now,
And use a friendly little tubey thingy.
absolutely. Yep. And
Great.
then to actually turn it into the flower, if you've got a glue gun at home, glue guns are really good with felt because it glues really quickly.
Okay.
Normal glues take just that wee bit longer.
Yeah.
But for the case of today, we are
Here's one I
using-
prepared earlier.
There it is.
Like that.
Yes. Organised vaguely today.
Good on you.
And then what you can do is you're just squeezing it out.
Rightio. God, and of course, all these bits and bobs are at Handscraft.
Yeah,
Because you just, as
absolutely.
you said about glue, it's, I don't know if anyone else has, but if you buy also cheap and nasty glue,
Yeah.
you're going to get cheap and nasty
Some
at the end of
glues
it.
won't dry very well
Exactly.
on felt.
Yeah.
They'll just soak straight in.
Yeah, so you need to buy the proper stuff.
Yep. And then what you're doing is you are just rolling it. So the first one you generally just fold round, and then you just rolling
Wow.
around like that. Now don't put glue on the whole strip because you'll end up dragging it on your clothes.
Oh.
So just work on a wee bit at a time.
Yeah, right.
And so
okay.
you roll and roll and roll, and you end up with, that's the back side of it,
Okay, excellent.
and that's your front side. So that's your pohutakawa.
Oh, that is so pretty.
And then to make the leaves, it's really easy.
And just quietly, I'd say probably 2 minutes. It'll look amazing, won't it? Just between you and I. Yeah.
Actually, you can make one of these pretty much in, well, it's more like 5 minutes.
Could, yeah.
If you get a strip of green felt, same sort of width, press it in half with the iron, and then you can just go along and cut little leaf shapes out.
Oh.
Because the fold in it actually makes a difference to how the leaf looks.
Yum, it looks edible like mint leaves. Very cool.
Doesn't taste very nice.
No, I'm sure not.
And then you can stick the leaves just around the outside of the flower, or in this case, just a couple on each side.
That is
just
so
making
pretty.
a little arrangement. And that's how easy it is.
Look at that. It is just so divine. Now, don't worry, because we have, we're skipping through it, but we've got a wonderful help fact sheet that you've got, and we'll put that on our Facebook page and on our web page as well. But if people pop into you though, surely you can help
we've got
out.
patterns for other decorations as well. Then we've got kits for all sorts of felt decorations and little dolls and things as well. Even felt cushions.
Oh, that's a bit lovely.
So you can make it quite funky and trendy.
Yeah,
So,
it is neat.
yeah.
But we just need to come down and have a chat, because the team is so helpful as well. It can blow your mind going down to Handscraft. There's so much there going on.
At Christmas time, it's chaos.
And just quietly, thanks to Handscraft, we've got a voucher to give away, a $20 voucher. So all you need to do is call through to 03 777 033, or why don't you Facebook us a message about maybe a decoration you've made, and you could go on to win that voucher. But we'll see you next week, lovely.
Excellent.
And yours is so clever, so lovely. Pahuta so Christmassy.
You could make it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. After the break, a little bit of more Christmas here. He always brings a bit of cheer. It's Mike D with a wrap-up of what's happened this week in CTV News.
Southern Newsweek is an Otago-based news bulletin. Watch this every week to stay in touch with what's happening in and around your community. Stay in the know with Southern Newsweek, 11 a.m. Saturdays, right here on CTV.
At NCRE, there is no job too big or too tough. From commercial fridge and freezers to farming and dairy refrigeration, we can take care of all your refrigeration needs. NCRE, we'll get you sorted.
When we were kids, saving the world seemed like the easiest thing you could do. But the world has changed, and the problems are bigger than we'd ever imagined. People are starving, the environment is under pressure, the climate is changing fast, and we are running out of fresh water. There's so much distraction, it can get hard to see where you can make a difference. With so many other things going on, where do you start? Well, feeding the world gets a little easier when you start by planting the right seed. Protecting the future is possible when you know how and have help. And if we work together to tackle the big challenges, everyone can live well. At Lincoln, we're on a mission to feed the world, protect the future, and help everyone live well. So don't settle for just any future. Join us and make a difference.
Hi, I'm Jude Kirk. Join me weekdays for Let's Go Shopping.
Well, how are you?
Good, Andrew.
Mike
How are
D?
you?
Are you good?
Good, pretty good.
Yeah, excellent. You've had it's been a funny old week, hasn't it? Let's start with Labour, because Labour of love. There's not much love happening to the poor old Labour Party down here in Christchurch,
No,
is it?
we've been largely excluded. Some of the key MPs down here have not only missed out on having key cabinet positions, of course, but it would appear that even the earthquake recovery portfolio has been relegated to a lesser role, with one of our MPs for Wigram, obviously Megan Woods for Labor, has been given that role. When questioned, when Andrew Little was questioned about whether or not he saw it has been an important portfolio, his reaction was, well, we'll have to wait and see and take it as it comes and reconsider, basically stalling for time to readjust himself in the role. So yes, not very happy to the guys down here who were.
Just quietly for the Junos and Canterbury, it's the love's not showing for you guys either, is it?
It's quite right.
Well, anyway, there's some fun and games in Parliament, so I quite look forward to the whole comic relief that's happening. Yeah, watch this space.
Exactly, early times for them, that's for sure.
Bit of rain today.
Terrible, isn't it?
It is.
Fluctuating weather conditions, up and down. It's been hot, it's been cold, it's been hailing.
But menopausal, really, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, is it?
I don't know.
You don't know either.
Hot flushes, I don't know. Water levels,
Speculation. Water levels. But it's quite right. It has affected the water levels considerably throughout North Canterbury. There's been substantially reduced water flows through some of the major rivers, and in some rivers that water flow has been reduced to about 30% of its normal flow levels at this time of year. So it's a bit concerning leading up to summertime, and obviously for everybody affected by who needs water, which is of course all of us, are going to be suffering somewhat from that, and we're hoping for at least some decent rainfalls coming through and to substitute the lack of snow which has happened in recent months.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't a flash ski season at all, to be fair.
It wasn't.
The flights from China, what's happening?
So, despite significant lobbying from the Canterbury tourism providers here, 4 more flights between China and New Zealand. Basically, there's been some government lobbying with with China in recent weeks, and to the tune of 1,100 new return flights between China and Auckland. But that's exactly it. None of them are coming to Canterbury, except for 3 over the Chinese New Year period. So, despite heavy lobbying, Canterbury's missed out, and there's been some significantly higher amounts of tourism, and also, of course, the increase in residents from China here in the Canterbury region and wider South Island in recent times, and we haven't been awarded with that reality. So that's upset people down here significantly. So we'll see how that plays out. There'll probably have to be some changes in terms of additional flights at some stage down the track.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. How about sports? What's happening with sports?
Okay, so this week also held the World Bowls Championships in Fenelton Park. It's been one of the number of times which has been held in Christchurch. It's obviously one of the favourite locations for everything, and we've got the championship playoff being held over the weekend after a number of days of that of the game being played despite the weather. So look out for that tomorrow.
Now, we talked about Christmas last time, about the whole shopping starting, and so you got a nice Christmas. Do you like this? Do you like this?
It's
the old Christmas set.
It's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
No, it's Christmas. I do know, I like the owl.
Yeah,
owls.
They're pretty cool,
quite nice. No, I quite like it. Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about Secret Santas?
I think they're a great idea, but well, only if they're capped at a particular level and no one else. Isn't the point of a Secret Santa supposed to be secret? But inevitably, everyone always finds out who's presents, who's getting whose presents, and then of course people
especially
swap.
If it's bad.
And especially if it's bad, or they don't, they have some issues with the present or the person, and they start getting critical about the type of present. So
there's a good reason. There's a good reason for my question, though, because I heard a little rumour around the newsroom that you are going to spearhead the Secret Santa this year at CTV.
It's news to me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but
another job
there you are. No, just what I hear. You haven't heard it being head of news?
That sounds fantastic.
It's a bit disturbing that you didn't find out about that. Oh well, there you go. You know now. Anyway.
Do you know who I'm giving it to, or?
Well, no, you're giving it out to everyone. You're sharing that the Christmas love with everyone. Hey, Mike D, we'll see you next week.
Indeed, thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Hey, have a great week.
I know you were down there at Christmas in the Park tomorrow night.
Rain, hail or shine.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me this week. Now, on Monday, very cool, we're going to start a promotion, City Mission. We're trying to help them and the beautiful children, of course, with collecting gifts for this Christmas, and Michael Gorman will be a big part of it. Jimmy Barnes happening now. That's where I'm heading now. Have a great weekend. Well, the silly season or the jolly season is coming up, and I tell you, one man you definitely need to go and see is Mark from Staywell and his team. Mark, you're here to give us some tips and obviously some not magic pills, but definitely some help along the way.
For sure. So I wanted to talk about stress. And most people think about stress as just things getting to them, but there's a lot more to stress than just letting things get to you, or there's a physiological stress, so what's actually happening inside your body, and then there's the emotional stress. And there's actually a real relationship between the two of those things. They've found now that if you actually will yourself to die or will yourself to get better, there is a process in which the body actually will take that emotional state and make that at a cellular level and produce chemicals to either start cellular death or to start cellular regeneration. And we see this obviously in people who have terminal illnesses who don't want to die, they've got things to live for, and go on to make amazing lives despite. And we get the people too, like the Aboriginal pointing of the bone, where people are told you're going to die and then they actually will themselves to die. We don't want to probably go at either of those sorts of depths, but as the Christmas season approaches, we need to realise that we are going to be going through some stressful times, and we need to make some plans to deal with that. So we need to give ourselves permission to get some rest. I don't know how many people have actually planned to have a break. We need to also have a daily rest time as well, whether it's a 5-minute blink and breathe, where you literally just for 5 minutes you sit there, stare out at the clouds or the space, no radio, no cell phone, no nothing, and just for 5 minutes blink and breathe, because you have to do those things.
Great tip.
Whether we make a 30-minute appointment with ourselves, so that when someone says, what are you doing tomorrow? You can say, well, I've got an appointment between 2:30 and 3, which is your time. No one's ever going to ask you what that appointment's about. But if you say, oh, I have me time between 2:30 and 3, people don't look at you, you know. But that's very, very important to make some space for you so that you can then be your best for everyone around you. And obviously we've got some products on the table there. We've got some magnesium, we've got some stress and vitality and stress and anxiety support. We've got your B vitamins, which are used in massive amounts during stress. Probiotics, because you need to look after your gut, and there's a real relationship between the gut and the brain. Some vitamin C and other bits, but ultimately, before you start putting stuff in, you need to ask yourself, what can I take out? And we need to identify the things that are going to be stressing us out. You know, those people that you get together with and you're always worse off after you spend time with them than you were before.
The sponges.
The sponges, the energy suckers. We need to give ourselves permission to actually not spend time with those people. We also need to be able to thank people for the opportunity to do something, but to say, you know, look, my diary is really full. A lot of people struggle to say no. So it's much better then perhaps to suggest, hey, look, thanks so much for that opportunity, or to be able to come to your place, but I'm so sorry, my diary's just so full right now. I wouldn't be the best that I could be at your function, but I'd love to hear from you later on in the year so we can connect again. Rather than saying, sure, yeah, I'll squeeze you in and make some time for that. Because whatever you do, it's like the old adage with the jar, where if you put all the rocks in, then all the big stuff, then you can still squeeze the little things in with the sand. But if you fill the jar full of sand, you won't get any of the rocks in, your family, your work, your spiritual life and so on in there. And so we need to go back to the basics and remember that we have to find time for ourselves so that we can give that time to other people.
Wow, listen to that, Mr. Mark from Staywell. That is amazing advice. But as you said, taking a bit out, we do need to come along and actually have a conversation with you and the team.
For sure.
And maybe put us on a path to that. It's as simple as that.
Well, because if you're down and you haven't recovered, then you're going to need to, once you've taken the bad stuff out, you're going to need to put the good stuff in. But that's a personal thing, and that's where you need to come and see us at Staywell Pharmacy. Yeah.
Don't go to the supermarket and just willy-nilly pick something off a shelf. You need to go to the professionals, and that was what Mark and his team do so well. That's Staywell Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road in Hornby, phone 0508 Staywell, a brilliant website, staywell.co.nz.